Okay. We are live now. 3:30. Actually, 3:32. All right, let me see if my. Oh yeah, it's working. Beautiful. Okay, guys, fellas. If you could tell, I wonder if I could play around here. Welcome, guys. It's 11/14/2025, 3:30 p.m. Actually, 3:32 p.m. I started this live stream. Um, it's a little different. We are starting on the midday. We did not do a live stream yesterday, last night, Thursday night, because I fell asleep. Well, let me put my. Actually, let me do a few things here before I actually get into the live stream. Only an hour. Let me make sure we are live and we are be able to hear. Yes, sir. We're live there and there. Yes, sir. We're live there and there. Boom. All right. Everything's running smoothly then. It's a little dark in here. Maybe I should add or put in a little more extra lighting. Let me open the blinds. A little natural lighting will do the trick. Okay. Yeah. Um. Yeah. There's a lot of writing and back there. I know you. So people might go deep into the to what I say. I put down here. Not me, but yeah, whatever. If you read it, it's cool. If not, I'm pretty sure you won't get what's going on back there. We're just crunching some numbers, and that's pretty much it. Um, and yeah, pretty much. So, what's going on, everybody? I know we're starting a little earlier now than usual. I just wanted to kind of to make up the day, make up the last um, live stream. Yesterday's live stream. I didn't even go live stream yesterday, so kind of wanted to go on and just do a little live stream here for an hour, maybe even 45 minutes live stream, just to make up from yesterday's live stream. Um, I've always wanted to do a live stream around kind of this time or earlier, but it always seems like something's going on. Before I went live, I had to go patch up the tire. You know what I'm saying? Patch up the tire. Uh, actually ate a burrito, which is great. But that was the thing. I was having problems with the tire earlier, and yeah. So not only that, but just cleaning and crunching some numbers down. Then, you know, I've kind of, if you notice, kind of cleaned the room a little bit here. It was just getting too much clutter, and before I started the live stream, I cleaned the room, and that was pretty much it so far today. Oh, and well, how guys have been telling you that I was doing like little deliveries nowadays. Well, I'm probably gonna do that. What's going on, Fui? So I'm gonna actually pick up a route today, and actually in about 5 o'clock, and the place is around 35 minutes, 45 minutes away. So that's why I'm gonna end the live stream around 4:15, 4 4:10 actually, end the live stream. So I'll go ahead and pick up the route. The route probably gonna be doing the route tomorrow. It's just to pick up and then I'll finish it tomorrow. I'll probably do some. They allow me to start the route today and do it tonight. So yeah, it'll be great. I'm gonna be able to get a route today and get some money. So that's great. Before that, I we're also crunching the numbers to see if you know. Remember I told you guys. Just what I'm telling myself, I guess, for future blog diaries for myself, so I could look back on this. I'm like, damn, this happened that day. Well, I was considering to get a CDO. Um, Either way, I'm like, okay, I should get a CDO because maybe not, because in the end of the day, there's robots are gonna just, you know, robots are just going to drive everywhere, and what's the point of getting it, if robots are just gonna do it? But I'm sure if I don't think the robots will take over until 2030 or 2035. Everything would be more robots taking over. So I'm pretty sure my CDO will pay for itself before that. So I'm like, let me get my CDO, and at that cost around almost 5,000 grand, 5 grand, 4 grand, 5 grand, depending on the school area. Hopefully the OIFA could pay for that. So I was thinking about getting one of those just to have, just to have one, and I'll be able to get a little more bigger pay. So that's one thing. I was crunching numbers, see if it makes sense for me to get it right now or later. We'll see what happens actually in the end of the day. I'm a little full right now. I'm a little full because I've ate a massive burrito. I want to see if I could. I was just gonna play around to see.
Cerise underscore Quasar said, hey, hello there.
What's going on? Quasar, it's been a while, man. I wonder if I could color that in. I was just playing.
Quasar said, a while indeed.
Yeah, I mean, I've been live streaming around the late my time, around like
Cerise underscore Quasar said, how are you doing? Cerise
overall,
underscore Quasar said, was I missing or you were missing? I'm not sure.
I was missing or you were missing. Well, it's kind of. I've been doing live streams around like the same time, only like an hour to 2 hours, around 10 p.m. No, 10 to 12 ish, 9 to 12 ish area. So, I know it's kind of late for me. It's kind of random times for a lot of people. So, I'm not sure. It's kind of on me. And right now, I'm streaming on a different time right now. So maybe I caught you in a time where you're up and I'm up. So that's cool. But right now, if you could tell, I'm in my room. So I was wondering to get a green screen in the back there. Maybe, so it's not just staring at my room here and the window. Kind of makes, I guess it kind of makes it look longer. My there's a lot of there's a lot of like fingerprints right there, you know. But yeah, how you been, by the way, Quasar? What you been up to? How you doing? I'm only gonna be live streaming for like 30 to 40 minutes right now. I didn't live stream yesterday. That's why I'm kind of trying to make up for that, and also trying to. I really try to live stream around this time. It's always something going on, you know. Always life hit throwing me curveballs. So trying to deal with some issues. Plus, do what I like to do, which is the live stream. You know. So that's what I'm doing. What about you? Hope that didn't switch anything. 10-4. Okay, everything seems like it's working.
Cerise_Quasar said, I'm good thanks, not much new here, work and travel once in while, you are probably here when it's early morning for me.
So what time is it for you right now? Cause around my time, when I usually start, is like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. You know, around that time, and but right now it's like 3 p.m., which is a different time that I'm streaming right now. Like I said, I'm kind of making up yesterday because yesterday at 9 o'clock I kind of
Cerise_Quasar said, now it's almost 12 a.m.
oh damn. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it'll be around 6 a.m. for you by the time I live
Cerise
stream for.
underscore Quasar said, or 0 o'clock, I'm not sure how to say it.
Oh, I mean, people say that when it's like military. That's kind of military time. Yeah, we say 12 a.m. to 1 a.m. Well, yeah, around 6 a.m. is when I live stream and on your time, I guess. Right now, I guess it's a little late for you or early. It's late, early or late. So actually, I just got a video. Was wanting to check it out right now. There's a video. Let me make sure we're. This is a brand new video. I've been looking at this guy for a while now. It's called The Door. Where is he? Subscribe for him for a
Cerise
while.
underscore Quasar said, it's Friday night so I can stay late, he'll sleep up tomorrow.
So it's Friday night. Yeah, beautiful. Unfortunately, I think I picked up a route tomorrow. So the plan is for me is that I'm gonna pick up like more than 100. I'm pretty sure more than 100 um, packages, and I'm probably gonna deliver it tomorrow. A little bit today, and then the rest of it tomorrow. So that's my plan. So I gotta wake up early tomorrow and deliver the rest. I don't think I'm gonna do anything this weekend. So that's the plan. Let me see here. I was gonna check up this right now. Check this right here. This just got uploaded 7 hours ago. Bible prophecy is happening on Israel. That's what I'm hearing right now. 2 minutes ago. I'm into that Bible prophecy and whatnot, or Bible
Cerise
things.
underscore Quasar said, you were planning for a new old job on the oil well or something.
Yeah, pretty much. That's next year. Yeah, I am planning on going back to the oil field sometime in the beginning of next year. But first, I wanted to get my CDL, but it does cost a lot of money, so I'm kind of like having second thoughts about that. But right now, on the part time before January comes and whatnot, I'm picking up a little bit of like a part time work. So that's what I'm doing. Right now, I was trying to look at there's this, I'm not sure if you're into Bible prophecy or whatnot. I just saw a video just popped up on my screen right now to want to see what this guy says about Bible prophecy. It says something is happening on Israel, and he want to see what's going on. It's 14 minutes long, but I'm probably gonna. Oh man.
Cerise underscore Quasar said, what is a CDO?
Oh yeah, CDL. CDL. It's a professional or commercial driver's license, to be exact. Pick up one of those. You get paid more just to have one of those. So you have to go to they prefer you. A lot of companies prefer you to go to a professional class and have a certificate. That states.
Cerise underscore Quasar said, I have watched a video for gate that hasn't been opened for a long time, and now they think opening it, but it's a prophecy for Christ to return when it opens.
That's true. I didn't even know about that. That's true, though. That is completely true. That's very interesting. Man, I just ate I got the massive burrito, and right now I feel it. I need to walk it off pretty soon. Damn, the time is already flying. It's already 3:50.
Cerise underscore Quasar said, is that the one you are about to watch?
I'm not sure. I mean, the title just says it's called The Door, and I really like this guy. I've been watching this guy for a while. His name is Michael Pearl, but it says the title says this Bible prophecy is happening in Israel now, and we're both gonna watch it together. I wonder how long the delay is from between your text messages getting to me from from what you hear out of my mouth to the text message coming to me. I think it's a bit like 15 to 30 seconds delay or something like that. But we're gonna go watch it right now. This is how it looks like. I'm sure you could see my screen, right? Let me make sure. Yes, you can. I'm into these Bible prophecies and just trying to get into the more. I need to learn more about the Bible, so that's why I kind of try to watch this stuff here too.
I'm Michael Pearl. I'm
Cerise
one of the
underscore
remaining.
Quasar said, well, it takes some time for me to think about the answer to. Sorry for the delay.
Okay, no worries. I was just making sure if it's sometimes it's my internet, sometimes it's the other people's internet. I just wanted to make sure. Just wanted to make sure. No worries.
Pure Bloods, we're going to get into a Bible prophecy today that is being fulfilled right now,
Right now.
right now, a Bible prophecy is being fulfilled. And it's in the book of Zechariah, chapter 12. So we're going to go verse by verse through that chapter, and you're going to see some very
Hopefully
exciting
you could hear what I'm hearing.
things. Now, this Zechariah wrote in 520 to 518 BC. He says, "The burden of the word of the Lord for Israel, saith the Lord, which stretches forth the heavens and layeth the foundations of the earth, that formeth the spirit of man within him." What he's doing is introducing the God whom he represents as mighty, laying the foundations of the earth, forming the spirit in man. "Behold, I will make Jerusalem a cup of trembling unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege, both against
You
Judah
guys hear this?
and against Jerusalem." You do realize right now this in a more minor way, Jerusalem is right now in a siege with all of the armament that surrounds them. 35,000 missiles from the north, missiles in the south, Iranian missiles in Syria. Israel is surrounded by enemies right now. "I'll make Jerusalem a cup of trembling." In other words, it's going to cause a lot of anxiousness in the nations, nations of the world, unto all the people round about, when they shall be in the siege,
What do you
both
think
against
about this, by the
Judah
way?
and against Jerusalem. In that day I'll make Jerusalem a burdensome stone for all people. You know, I'm sure the United States leaders would just like to make Israel disappear. It's too politically destructive to stand against Israel completely, but Israel is a burdensome stone for all people. "All that burden themselves with it shall be cut in pieces, though all the people of the earth be gathered together against it." All the people of the earth. You go to the UN and see how people are gathered together against Israel. Now, there's coming a time as this increases when there'll actually be nations coming together, as in Ezekiel 38 and 39. I've got that. You can see that message. Come together in war against Jerusalem. "In that day, saith the Lord, I'll smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness. And I'll open mine eyes upon the house of Judah, and I'll smite every horse of the people with blindness."
What I'm guessing, back in the Old Testaments, I think this is being fulfilled. Like it could. I don't know. I feel like some of these stories are like, it's like a prophecy, but I also think this also happened back then, and it's like it also happened back then, but it is also a prophecy in the same time. I'm not sure what there's I'm pretty sure there's a word for that. It's like a double. I don't know. I feel like there's a word for that. A double prophecy or something. Like it happened back then and the old times, but also in the current times.
Now, you say, but we don't use horses anymore. My daddy fought in the Second World War, and he was in a horse-mounted regiment. That's right. They saddled up in the morning, got on their horse, and they rode out to battle. And if you look at German war art, which I've got a picture of, it's got more shot up dead horses than it does people in it. And during the war in Afghanistan, when we were supporting them against the Russians, the mule prices shot up in Tennessee because they were buying up the mules and sending them to Afghanistan to be used to pack in goods up into the mountains where nothing else would go. It was even too high and too narrow for a helicopter. What would happen if an EMP were set off over there in the Middle East?
That's what I was thinking might happen, man.
Nothing mechanical.
I feel like one of these days when technology takes over big time, I think an EMT blast of some sort of wave blast might even take over, or like just disintegrate all technology. I don't know, maybe not the whole world, but like maybe certain a big old area. I think maybe might happen. Just throw in a little, maybe something I think might happen.
Worked. Horses would become in real handy, wouldn't they? In that day, saith the Lord, I'll smite every
That being said, stuck. Always wanted to have a horse. Right now we have a donkey, but it's like a little miniature donkey. For the people, I don't even know, and a lot of people don't know that. I think I've told you guys before though, but I have a donkey, a little miniature donkey. But I feel like those guys are gonna be in use.
horse with
One land.
astonishment, and his rider with madness. And the governors of Judah shall say in their heart, the inhabitants of Jerusalem shall be my strength in the Lord of hosts, their God. So he's praising the leaders, the governors of Judah, who are going to rally the people and be supported by the people. That's going on right now in Israel. In that day will I make the governors of Judah like a hearth of fire among the wood, and like a torch of fire in a sheath. In other words, they're going to be militarily mighty, and they shall devour all the people round about. So Jerusalem in that coming day is going to devour the nations around them on the right hand and on the left, and Jerusalem shall be inhabited again in her own place, even in Jerusalem. Now, this is so much being fulfilled right now that you'd pass over it, some of it as a prophecy. Now, if you had read this in 1945, then it would have seemed like a pipe dream, because there's a book written in early 1947 by a Christian who didn't believe in the rapture of the church or the restoration of Israel, who said that there couldn't possibly be a millennial reign of Christ with Jews prominent, because to do so, the Jews would have to be inhabited in Jerusalem.
Oh, man,
and that could not happen and never would happen. Just come out of the Second World War, all the Jews killed in the concentration camps. The Jews were reduced down to a small number. They were skinny, decimated, poor, stripped of everything. And the idea that they might be a mighty nation back in their own land was preposterous. But God said it'll be in Jerusalem.
It's like almost like not too long ago. It's like couple hundred years. These people were, wow.
Even in Jerusalem, and it'll be habited in her own place. And the Lord also shall save the tents of Judah first. Save the tents of Judah first.
HF 2024
okay, here,
said, my friend.
HF? Damn. How was your run, Iron Man? How's the Iron Man? Do you see Bible prophecy coming to pass? That's what we're watching right now. I don't have a lot of time. I'm kind of just trying to make up time from yesterday because I didn't live stream yesterday. So we're kind of looking at a video. How much time do I have? Like 10, 15 minutes. That's all I have. Around 15 minutes right now. Then I'm going to have to go to pick up some packages.
Let's look at
HF 2024 said, how you been?
Been doing okay. Not gonna lie. How's you? How's that run? How's that trip? Sure, you had a blast. Are you still on the trip, or did you come back, or how was it?
HF 2024 said, that sounds suspicious. What type of packages?
It's just small packages. It's kind of like Amazon. Yeah, remember I told you I was delivering packages? I don't have a huge car. I do have a van, but
Trey Cream,
I'm not gonna do that.
said, what up and what down? HF 2024
yes,
said,
what's up, man? Trey Cream.
got back this week, was fun trip now. HF 2024 said, now getting ready for race in Dallas. Tyler Foxy's totally real boyfriend.
Come on.
Said, what s good my boy?
Well, A race in Dallas. When was that? When was that race? When is that race coming to pass? Yo, right now
Trey
I'm
Cream
just
said, "You need to get Black Ops 7 so we can rip it." HF 2024 said, "The boys are back in town."
damn it, buddy. Well, I'm glad he had a blast over there in wherever you went. I forgot what you went. But yeah,
Tyler Foxy's totally real boyfriend said, "I've missed you sleep flexed biceps light skin tone."
yeah, that's great.
HF
Trey, that's Trey
2024
Cream. That's not no
said,
Tyler.
"No more Pageets in stream anymore, we declare it a Pageet free stream."
What's Paggy? But what was I gonna say? Yeah, right now I was looking at this video. I'm already looking at this video that has something to do with the Bible prophecy of Israel. I do. I think this guy, his name is Michael Pearl. He's very, very knowledgeable in biblical prophecy. Not only prophecy, but like just
Trey Cream
familiar with the Bible.
said, "How do you feel about Israel and the Jays?"
Israel and the Jays. The Jews? Well, I'll be honest, I'm hearing a lot of conspiracy theories and it's just over the top sometimes. Um Here's what I think. I think they're God's chosen people. Maybe people don't believe that, but I don't think they're innocent too. I don't think they're all innocent or just like every human being is not innocent. There's no I think they're not innocent as well, but in the end of the day, I think there's corruptions in all over the world and all leaderships and stuff like that. I just got quiet.
Maps here, I'm going to bring this
continue
over.
this
This
here.
is present day Israel.
You see this?
Trey Cream said, "Interesting."
What's your opinion, if I may ask? No, this could be a very controversial subject, right? Pro Palestine, Israel, yeah, Jews, whatever. Um, yeah, and I would also say I'm not very knowledgeable to not a lot of things, That's why I kind of choose always the middle. I'm trying to be in the middle ground. But if you have more evidence or if you have opinion about something, I would love to hear it. To say Israel or Jews are completely innocent, I don't think that I could say that, or Palestinians are completely innocent. I think there's both corruptions in both sides. Even in the United States, there's corruption on both sides of Republican and Democrats. I would say a little bit more in the Democrats, but still corruption on both sides. I think if we're talking about the nature of human beings. It's usually corrupted. What do you think about that
HF
statement there?
2024 said, "Did you watch the video Tucker Carlson put out about Thomas Crooks?"
No, I have not. Continuing.
Mostly in the red, not all together. And so that is Israel today as we know it. This was Israel in Solomon's time, going all the way up into Lebanon and over into Syria, taking up a portion of Jordan. And so he said he'd save Judah first. This was Judah right in here, right in this spot. That's
You see
where
that?
Israel is restored in Judah first, and then in time the rest of Israel will be restored. So
HF
when he says,
2024
Oh snap!
said,
Oh snap!
would you say the yellow was promised to them 3,000 years ago?
I guess so. I'm leading towards yes, and that might happen now. You know, it might happen very soon. Where it might happen very soon. And everything might be restored. It's what the Bible says. I'm gonna go with that. You know what I'm saying?
he'll save Judah first. That prophecy, 2,500 years old.
2,500 years old. Hey, he said it.
HF 2024 said, so the end of Palestine is near.
Hey, I guess so. I mean, if you know, I'm gonna lean more towards what the Bible says. Yeah, I mean, when I read these texts, I thought this happened back then, but I guess I'm not. There's a word for it. I'm not sure what the word for it. It's like a double. I'm sure that this also happened back then, but it's also a prophecy to happen in the later future, or just the future, right? So I'm thinking this is a kind of a double. There's a word for it. I'm not sure where the word is, but I'm sure that the rest of Israel will be restored. You know, Judah. So
Trey Cream
I'm more on that side.
said, are you a New Testament or Old Testament kind of guy? Trey Cream
New Testament
said,
or Testament kind of guy.
any thoughts on the Talmud?
Oh man, the Talmud. I've only read a little bit. I've only read some scriptures. It's saying something about Christ not being. It was just born. I think it undercuts Christ a lot. So I don't know about it, but I haven't done a lot of research on that too. But what do you guys think about it? Old Testament or New Testament guy? I would say the whole Bible guy. Like I'm thinking, you know, I think God was revealed. God was telling you how serious he was on the Old Testament. Christ is pretty much showing how God, or showing it's, or just fulfilling the prophecies, more like fulfilling it. So I take both Old Testament and New Testament. Now we don't follow Old Testament, laws and whatnot. That's why Christ fulfilled them. But it's also Christ is, doubly down on all the laws. So I do, take the whole Bible into my faith. Man, I'm about to explode. What is your thoughts?
Being fulfilled, that the glory of the house of David and the glory of the inhabitants of Jerusalem do not magnify themselves against Judah. In that day shall the Lord defend the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and he that is feeble among them at that day shall be as David, and the house of David shall be as God, and the angel of the Lord before them. Now, Israel's fought 5 wars, terribly outnumbered, and won in miraculous ways. Look it up. Miracles took place during those wars. Things that the Jews, not Christians, but Jews, found to be absolutely amazing. Events that cannot be explained naturally. And it shall come to pass in that day that I'll seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem.
You hear that?
So Russia, China, Syria, Iran, Iraq, Turkey, Germany, be warned. Libya, be warned. God said he'll seek to destroy you if you come against Jerusalem. And I will pour upon the house of David
Yeah, I
and
don't want to be
upon the
destroyed by
inhabitants
God.
of Jerusalem the spirit of grace and supplication. My, that's a fine spirit. A spirit of grace and supplication. That's a spirit that makes you turn to God and call upon him. And they shall look upon me. Now, who's writing here? This is the prophet speaking the words of God. I will pour upon the house of David, God speaking. And they shall look upon me. I'm going to select me right here where you can see it. They shall look upon me, and I'm going to put it in another
They
color
have pierced
for you to see it.
Dude. Christ.
There it is, the spirit of grace and supplication, and they shall look upon me, whom they have pierced. Have what? God said they've pierced God. And they shall
How can you
mourn
pierce
for
God?
him, person, as one mourneth for his what? Only son.
Son, the Old Testament,
Hey,
buddy.
how about
Come
that for
on,
a prophecy, huh? The house of Israel in the future is going to look upon Jesus Christ, look upon God, whom they crucified, whom they pierced, and mourn for him as one mourns for his only son. And they shall be in bitterness for him as one is in bitterness for his firstborn. There's coming a time when the nation of Israel is going to have the Lord Jesus Christ come back, and they're going to see him, every eye, every tongue confess, and they're going to go into great mourning that they, all these years, have missed their Messiah. That all these years of suffering, they could have believed on the Lord Jesus Christ and been redeemed from their sins. Going to be such bitterness and weeping and sorrow, thinking about their grandparents and great-grandparents and people of the past.
Also, I just kind of want to just add to this. I know I'm gonna add to this. I'm gonna add to it. I don't think this is gonna happen one day to the next. This prophecy has been fulfilled. I think this happens between, years, right? It's not like they're gonna take over everything and like couple days. This happens between the length of years. So, but at the end of the day, I think they might, take over the whole area, and that's it. That's it. I think I remember seeing this video a while back. I think I remember seeing this video that he posted a while back, and now they've been going through a lot of wars and whatnot, but still, I think it's still relevant till to this day. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Trey Cream said, imagine what the world would look like should the Zionists take over.
The whole world? Nah, man, I don't think that's gonna happen. It doesn't say that they're gonna take over the whole world. The Antichrist. It says the Antichrist is going to take over the world, but I believe that's before the rapture. So rapture happens, and then the Antichrist comes out, and I think he's gonna use technology to his advantage to make a whole one world order. You know what I'm saying? What's your guys' thoughts about that? I wonder if he says more things.
Who rejected the Lord Jesus Christ. As one is in bitterness for his firstborn. And look at this. And in that day there shall be a great mourning in Jerusalem, as the mourning of Hadad Rimmon, as the mourning of Hadad Rimmon in the valley of Megiddo. Now that valley of Megiddo is right in here. Let me show you. Let me move the map over where you can see it again. The Valley of Megiddo is right in here.
See, I don't even know
It's
that.
a valley that
I'll
runs
be honest.
from upper close to Lebanon down through central Israel, and it is the place where the Battle of Armageddon will be fought.
Armageddon, the Battle of Armageddon. That's gonna be. I think that's not a very long time from now. I think that's a
So there'll be a
millennial period.
mourning in the Valley of Megiddo, and the land shall mourn, every family apart, the family of the house of David separately mourning, and their wives apart, and the family of the house of Nathan apart, and their wives apart, and the families of the house of Levi apart, and their wives apart, and the families of Shimri apart, and their wives apart. See, other prophecy says that during this time of the Battle of Armageddon, the Jews are going to flee south into this Sinai Peninsula here, and they're going to hide maybe down in the rock city of Petra, which is over here in Jordan. I've been there. Amazing place.
I want to visit.
They're going to hide here below
One day.
sea level. And
whole
God's
area.
going to feed them like he did in the days of Moses in the wilderness with manna from heaven. And then the devil's going to send out a flood to try to drown out the nation of Israel, according to the prophecies. And God's going to cause the earth to open up. Now remember, this is below sea level. So Israel's talked about digging a canal to the Dead Sea from down here in the Gulf of Aqaba to refresh the Sea of Galilee. If there were locks or some way of putting water in there, it could be diverted and fill up the valleys, and God would simply open the ground and it would swallow all the water up. So that's a prophecy that is yet to be fulfilled there. Maybe we'll deal with that one another time. Now here's a final verse, 13:1. In that day there shall be a fountain opened for the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness. In that day, at that time, when this all takes place, there's going to be a fountain opened for sin and uncleanness. Now, we sing that song, there is a fountain filled with blood, wish I could sing, drawn from Emmanuel's veins, and sinners plunge beneath that flood, lose all their guilty stains. That fountain was the life of God himself flowing out of the veins of the Lord Jesus Christ, staining the sinful ground of Jerusalem and providing atonement for every Jewish man, woman, and child and the whole world. And that fountain will be made available to Israel at the beginning of the millennium, at the end of the tribulation.
Millennium.
And they will weep and mourn for him as one mourneth for his only son. So here's a prophecy, just
That's about it
probably,
right
what,
there,
about
fellas.
10 or 15 prophecies, all in this one chapter of Zechariah, and that's just one chapter
Trey Cream
and one verse.
said, have you ever watched Europa The Last Battle and you planning on getting Black Ops 7?
Have I watched what? Let me see. Have you watched Europa? The Last Battle? Let me look that up real quick. Is that a show or something? Let me look that up real quick. No. I have not watched this movie, and I do want to get Black Ops 7 actually. I was planning on getting Black Ops 7. Damn. But when does that come out? It comes out like in a couple of days, right? Or okay, here we go. Another phone call. Holy smokes, dude. I gotta leave. Oh, smack. It's already 4:22.
HF2024 said, let us get Black Ops together. Trey Cream said, out now.
Oh, it's out now? Dude, what the heck? Damn, I need to come back.
HF2024 said, what you get?
So, yes, I'm more likely gonna buy this this Black Ops 7. I've told myself I wanted to get it, so most likely I'm going to be buying this.
HF2024 said, another delivery.
Yeah, I got like I'm about to do like 100 and something packages, a little bit today and then the rest tomorrow. So I'm gonna go and go to the warehouse and pick up all these packages. Got a little part timer, like I said. I'm gonna get my CDO. Hopefully, start my CDO thing soon too as well. But it was nice, kind of reviewing that little video and kind of talking to you guys for now. But I gotta go. I didn't yesterday. I was kind of making up time because yesterday I didn't live stream. But I'm glad I got to kind of chat with you guys. Came back from that trip and we'll talk more about what's going on. But yeah, I gotta go. So I'm gonna be late. So I'll see you guys on the next one there, fellas. Until next time, God bless.
Trey Cream said, let's hop on a few games, man. Send your gamer tag in Discord. Trey Cream said, good catching up.
All right, buddies. Ladies.